How seriously would you take adorable animal sidekicks if you discovered they were actually the trapped souls of the family you abandoned 400 years ago? You'd probably laugh at first, right? But what if their goofy antics were hiding the most heartbreaking plot twist in K-pop Demon Hunters? Now look, while we're all desperately waiting for K-pop Demon Hunters 2, which, let's be honest, has to happen after that incredible success and Netflix anime's track record, we need to talk about the most insane detail that the sequel absolutely needs to address. Because when we lost Jinu at the end of the film, fans were absolutely devastated. We finally got this complex, tragic character who chose fame over family, fell in love with Rumi, and sacrificed everything for redemption. But here's what's been driving me crazy. His weird little pet survived. That derpy tiger and sassy magpie just kept going. And the more I think about it, the more I realize we've been missing something huge. We can't help but grasping at straws, hoping we'll see Jinu again. But what if the key to his return has been right in front of us the whole time? What if those silly animal companions aren't just random comic relief, but the most important characters for understanding Jinu's past and future? Today's video is all about the shocking truth behind the tiger and magpie, a revelation that's going to completely change how you see everything in the sequel. Let's be honest, when we first met these companions, most of us didn't think too much about them. A blue tiger with googly eyes that keeps messing things up, a judgmental magpie that steals hats and looks permanently annoyed, classic K-pop Demon Hunters humor, giving our tragic villains some comic relief, right? But then you start noticing things that don't quite add up. Jinu is literally the only demon in the entire film with animal companions. Not Guima, the Demon King himself, not the other Saja boys, Mystery, Baby, Romance, or Abby. Just Jinu. Why? And it gets weirder. These aren't just any animals following him around. They can pass through the Hun-Moon barrier like it's nothing. They deliver messages between realms. They seem to have their own agenda, constantly pushing Jinu toward Rumi even when he resists. But here's the detail that changes everything. When Jinu is at his absolute lowest, rejecting everyone, the tiger tries to give him Rumi's bracelet, the symbol of their connection. It's like they're desperately trying to save him from himself. Then there's that final scene that had everyone talking. After Jinu's sacrifice, after we're all ugly crying over his death, the camera shows us his companions. They survived. They're perched on a billboard that literally says, "Come back." And they're watching over Rumi now, like they're waiting for something. What I discovered about these pets hit harder than anything I expected. But first, we need to understand why these specific animals matter. Okay, so here's where it gets insane. These aren't random animals. They're pulled directly from Korean folk art that was popular during Jinu's time, 400 years ago. During the Joseon dynasty, people painted tigers and magpies together in something called hotakdo. But here's the crazy part. The tiger was always painted as a complete idiot. Bulging eyes, goofy expression, constantly being outsmarted. They literally called it Babo Horangi, the idiot tiger. Why? Because it represented corrupt aristocrats with power but no brains. Meanwhile, the magpie was the clever one, always sitting safely above, judging the stupid tiger. It represented common people who were smart enough to see through their rulers' incompetence. Now, here's what blew my mind. Jinu tells Rumi, "I made that hat for the tiger, but the bird keeps taking it." That hat is a gat, a symbol of aristocratic status. This is literally Jinu's entire story. He was a commoner who gained power through his demon deal, but his common origins, the magpie, keeps trying to reclaim that stolen status. But wait, it gets even deeper.
These paintings weren't just jokes. They were spiritual protection. Families hung them on doors because tigers ward off evil, while magpies bring good news. Together, they're the perfect protective charm. So, we've established these animals are deeply meaningful symbols from Jinu's era. But trust me, what they really represent is going to shatter your heart into a million pieces. Okay, so now everyone needs to prepare themselves because this is where I completely lost it. Now, while the creators haven't explicitly confirmed this theory, the evidence I'm about to lay out is so overwhelming and emotionally devastating, you'll wonder how we ever missed it. I'm talking full ugly crying, had to pause multiple times, questioning everything I thought I knew about this film. Remember that absolutely gut-wrenching scene when Jinu finally tells Rumi the truth? We see his mother and little sister at the palace gates. His sister is crying, desperately reaching for him, while he just walks away. That image has haunted every fan since day one. But what if I told you they never stopped reaching for him? What if for 400 years they've been right there beside him, and he's been too consumed by shame to recognize them?
Stay with me here because the evidence is overwhelming and it's going to break you. Let's start with that derpy tiger. In Korean tradition, tigers aren't just powerful predators. They're ancestral protectors, spirits that guard their family line. The film shows us Jinu's mother as this incredibly strong woman who held their family together despite extreme poverty. She fought every day just to keep her children alive. So, what happens when a mother that fierce watches her son walk away? What happens when she dies, probably because of the poverty he was trying to escape, knowing her son chose strangers over family? She found a way to follow him. She became the tiger, a spiritual guardian who could finally have the power she lacked in life, the power to protect her son from the demons he now served. But here's what absolutely destroyed me. The tiger's foolishness isn't comedy, it's tragedy. Every stumble, every mistake that tiger makes, that's a mother who was powerful enough to transform into a guardian spirit, but was powerless to stop her son from making the worst choice of his life. For 400 years, she's been trying to protect him, guide him, save him, and he's never once recognized her. He literally tells Rumi he made the hat for the tiger. He's trying to dress up his mother and the aristocratic symbols that stole him from her, and she keeps rejecting it through the magpie. Oh God, the magpie. Grab tissues right now because this is where I completely broke down. Remember, Jinu's sister was much younger, probably just a child when he left. And that abandonment scene, she's sobbing, begging him not to go. This little girl who probably idolized her big brother, who couldn't understand why he would choose to leave them behind. In Korean mythology, magpies don't just bring good news. They create bridges for separated families to reunite. They're messengers of love that transcend impossible distances. This little girl who died never understanding why her brother chose strangers over family became a messenger bird with only one message to deliver. You're still loved. You can still come home. Every single time that magpie scolds the tiger or steals the hat, that's not random comedy. That's a little sister still mad at her brother for choosing a fancy aristocratic symbol over his family. She's literally trying to take away the thing that stole him from them. But wait, here's the detail that completely shattered me. They're always together. The mother and sister who lost everything when Jinu left found each other in the afterlife, and they made a choice, a pact. They would find a way back to him, together, as a family.
Think about their dynamic with fresh eyes now. The tiger is protective, but clumsy, always trying too hard, always messing up in endearing ways. That's such mom energy. The Magpie is clever, but constantly exasperated, always correcting the tiger's mistakes, stealing things, being a little bratty. That's peak little sister energy. They bicker because families bicker. They've been doing this routine for 400 years, desperately trying to get their son and brother to notice them, to remember them, to love them again. And Jinu has been too blinded by self-hatred to see that the family he's mourning has never left his side. And now I need to talk about the scene that had me sobbing for 20 minutes straight. When Jinu is at his lowest, when Guima's voice is strongest, when he's pushing everyone away, the tiger tries to give him Rumi's bracelet, the symbol of connection, of hope, of love. That's his mother trying to comfort him, trying to tell him he's worthy of love, trying to pull him back from the edge. And he rejects it, just like he rejected her 400 years ago at those palace gates. But here's the thing about mothers. They don't give up. Here's the thing about little sisters. They keep annoying you until you pay attention. They don't leave. They never leave, because that's what family does. When Jinu finally sacrifices himself for Rumi, when he commits his first truly selfless act in 400 years, his soul is restored. And who's there watching? The tiger and Magpie. They see their son, their brother, finally break free from the chains of his shame. They see him choose love over selfishness. They see the man they always knew they could be. But their mission isn't over, because even though his body dies, they survive. They're now watching over Rumi, whose sword carries Jinu's soul. And that comeback billboard, that's not a cute K-pop reference. That's a promise from a mother and sister who have spent 400 years trying to save their family. They're not giving up now when they're this close.
This changes absolutely everything for K-pop Demon Hunters 2. We're not just talking about bringing Jinu back from the dead. We're talking about the most emotional family reunion in anime history. Think about it. Rumi now has Jinu's soul and his family watching over her. She's literally the key to reuniting them. The sequel isn't just about resurrection or redemption anymore. It's about Jinu finally recognizing who's been with him all along. Imagine that moment of revelation. Imagine him realizing his mother's spirit became a cosmic guardian just to stay with him. Imagine him understanding that his baby sister spent centuries as a messenger bird because she had a message he needed to hear. We never left. We never stopped loving you. Come home. The tiger and Magpie aren't just going to help bring him back. They're going to be the reason he wants to come back. Because for the first time in 400 years, he'll understand that he was never alone. That love doesn't abandon you, even when you abandon it. That comeback isn't just about Jinu returning. It's about a family becoming whole again. The genius of K-pop Demon Hunters is hiding its deepest, most emotional story in what looks like comic relief. Every time you rewatch this film now, you'll never see those companions the same way. Every tiger stumble is a mother who couldn't save her son. Every magpie scolding is a sister who never stopped trying to bring her brother home. So, do you think they're really his family? I've seen other theories, like maybe they're just physical manifestations of Jinu's own guilt or something. But nothing hits as hard or fits the evidence as perfectly as this. But I want to know what you think. What other details did you notice that support or challenge this theory? And most importantly, how do you think this incredible family reunion will finally happen in the sequel? Let me know everything in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We're not done uncovering the secrets of this incredible film. Until next time, keep streaming those Saja Boys tracks for research purposes, obviously.